What's up guys, Will here, and today we have 3 audio clips of me and my interactions with different girls. Now this has been much requested by different people so that they can sort of help me along and see what I'm doing wrong. And so the first one is just a single girl. The third one is also just one girl. And then the second one is me approaching a set of 2 girls. And these are just girls on my college campus. So they're not the best. I've done better, but here you guys go. And then there will be a in-depth discussion on everything and explanations on stuff at the end of these 3 audio clips. So here, without further ado, here you go. Excuse me. Have I met you before? I actually just thought you looked nice, and I wanted to make a friend.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah, you probably don't believe me. You're probably like, oh, this stupid, he's hitting on me. But honestly, I'm just trying to be friendly.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
What's your name?
My name's Will.
I'm Melanie.
What major are you?
Math.
Math. And what year are you?
I'm a freshman.
Okay. Are you in any clubs right now, or?
No.
Okay.
What year are you?
Guess.
Sophomore.
Not even close. I'm a senior.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You're the first girl who actually guessed. Most people are just like, I don't want to guess.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh. Did I insult you?
No. Seniors are pretty high standing, I guess.
Yeah, it is.
But are you a part of like any clubs, or
Not yet.
you trying to join
Maybe I
anything?
will be. I'm not sure yet which one's there.
You look like a girl who would join like a sorority or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm joining a sorority.
Are you like set on that already?
Yeah.
You already have one in mind?
I have a few in mind. Yeah.
So you did like the fall rush thing?
I'm not rushing this semester. Next semester I am.
You're actually very nice compared to the people I've tried to make friends with today.
Really?
Yeah.
What did most people do?
Some were like, they were on the surface nice, but like they didn't want to be friends with me.
Oh.
So they're just like, oh, I gotta go, and then you could tell like, yeah, it was bullshit.
Oh.
But yeah.
Alright. Well, it was nice meeting you.
Yeah. Do you have like a Facebook or something?
Yeah, but I don't use it that much.
Okay. I see.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll see you around.
See you around.
Hey, excuse me. This might seem kind of ballsy, but I thought you looked very nice, and you look very nice too, of course.
Thank you.
But,
Thank you.
I was wondering if I could, take your number.
Sorry,
I hope you guys got that one. Excuse me.
Yes,
Have I met you before?
I'm not sure. What classes do you have?
Probably not. I'm a bio major.
I'm bioengineering.
Okay.
Maybe.
I just thought I liked your shirt, and it looked really nice.
Thank you.
And the sunglasses. Are you a senior or junior?
You're a freshman.
Okay.
What about you?
I am, well, guess.
Sophomore.
Not even close.
Okay, sorry. I have to guess again? Go through all the grades?
No, senior. I'm a
Senior?
senior.
Okay, I'm Christina, by the way.
Okay, nice to meet you. And you said you were a bioengineering major?
Yes.
Okay.
No, they'll get
So,
like a cup.
are you like a
Yeah,
part of
like
any
soda.
clubs right now, or trying to join anything?
I think so. I think I have a biomedical engineering society tonight, but I don't know what else I'm going to do.
Oh, I see. I'm actually, like, what's that like? I might join that.
I haven't gone to the first meeting yet, but it seems like it's going to be fun. People who are freaking like, come join, it seems really nice.
I mean, one part of me doesn't want to join because it seems kind of boring, but the other part is like, it's directly related to my major, so I should probably like get into it. But I don't know, I might check it out.
Okay. I didn't catch your name, I'm sorry.
Will?
Will?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Could I get like your number or something like that?
Sure.
Alright. just put it in.
That's my number.
Alright. And your name was?
Christina. Do you want my last name too?
Sure. Christina.
Bruce.
Okay. I'll text you my name.
Okay.
See ya.
Nice to meet you.
What's up, guys? So now it's time for a discussion for these 3 audio clips. I imagine there's a lot of questions that could be asked about this, so I'm just going to cover the main ones just so this video doesn't get too long, and I might follow it up with another explaining anything else that might be asked. So first and foremost, I apologize for the quality of the audio. It wasn't perfect. There's a lot of background noise. I used my iTouch to record it. But anyhow, first clip was a girl who was not that attractive. She was above average, but obviously not the hottest girl ever. And it had been a long day, and I approached at least like four sets already. So I just went in there and I did my thing, and you could tell I was kind of like complaining, which was really dumb. I should have been more positive. And I guess not just this one, but for all of them, I think I get a general vibe that I'm being sort of like not as confident as I should be, and also kind of boring. And obviously this isn't always like 100% my fault. Like, it's a two-way street. Sometimes the girls are just straight up boring. But I really felt like, at least playing it back, it seemed like I was being like very much of a chode by just sort of talking and then asking like all these questions. But I did throw in some really cool statements and stuff, but I don't know, I could have done more teasing or something. It seemed very plain cut and dry. Some people just do this naturally, but yeah, they can't break down how they sort of interact with girls to make it more like fun. They sort of do like this teasing thing, and then they also are just like very witty. So like the interactions just become very fun, playful, and just very interesting. But for that clip, again, I apologize for the audio. You could tell it's being somewhat boring. And the reason why I asked for a Facebook at the end was because just judging from the interaction and what I saw in person, I wasn't feeling the number. I wasn't feeling like she was really into it at all. She seemed pretty disinterested, so I went for Facebook instead, and she said she doesn't use it, which is probably a lie. I mean, at least where I live, like 100% of people here have Facebook, and if they say they don't, they're lying. And that's just how it is from all the people I've interacted with. And this is a comment for all the 3 audio clips. As you can see, when I went into approach, you know, I always, at least for these 3, it seems like I went in sort of like indirect, and I said something stupid like, you look familiar. And I've talked to a couple guys and girls about this, and they're like, you should just compliment them, not this stupid indirect stuff. You look familiar. Because a lot of the times they'll just say no and walk away. But for me, I feel like when I've done the complimenting thing a lot now, and a lot of them just sort of say thanks and walk away. And then some of these, they're just not really interested to begin with. And so, but others, it's harder to tell. So I really think it's the overall vibe I'm putting off, which I feel like those who are good with girls can sense immediately from listening to these clips that I got some work to do. So I can't really, you know, concretely explain it, but if someone could, that could sort of help me in the right direction on like how exactly to not come across so, I don't know how to put it, but it did surprisingly look a lot more like loserish than I thought it would. Anyhow, to the second clip, which I thought was the most interesting, I actually did it before the first clip, but I went up to these two girls. One was very good looking. The other was, again, alright, but not as good looking as the first. And so the audio sort of like went haywire, but essentially what happened was, and I think the audio cut as well, but long story short, I went up and I said to both of them, this seems a little bit ballsy, but can I have your number? Or something like that. And this one was pretty much just me not even expecting to get any sort of acceptance. I was sort of expecting a rejection because, I mean, come on, that you're not like putting in any work there. And a lot of time, I mean, I've done it before, and usually girls will respond, I don't know you, and stuff like that. And so I don't know what I was thinking, but I had never really done something like that before. So I tried it out, and I'm very proud that I had the courage to do it, and it was interesting. But I felt like, surprisingly, their reactions, at least if you saw their faces and body language, they weren't like taken aback or disgusted or anything. Like, I felt like the prettier girl, by the way, like, if you listen to the interaction, I pretty much went in and said, I want your number. I mean, and then I told the other girl that she was attractive too, but I was at least communicating that I wanted to talk to the better looking one. And yeah, I just went in like that because from what I've been told, if you just go in wishy-washy, not really like coming in like with a mindset or a plan, and you sort of like open both girls, they will be very confused and it won't come off nice. So I went in like choosing a girl. I know it's kind of strange, but you have to do it otherwise. And I'll explain later. Like I went in, there was another interaction where I went in and I asked all the girls for their numbers, and it just looked very sleazy and stuff. And so anyhow, with this one, she responded something like, oh, I don't give out my number. But from her reaction afterwards, like she asked for my name, I shook hands and I sort of introduced myself to both and then left. The audio kind of cut off, so you might not have heard that. And then I spoke into the recorder something like, I hope you guys got that. But apparently the audio cut off, so you didn't get that. But essentially, what happened was, yeah, they seemed very nice afterwards. So I thought maybe the girl might have wanted to, but she didn't want to seem like a sleaze or come across too easy to her friend. So she maybe didn't give her number. That's probably just me on my high horse, being hopeful, but we don't know. I mean, the point was they had like smiles on their faces afterwards, which was surprising because, again, you tend to get girls who sometimes are not happy at all and clearly not wanting to be there and trying to get away from you. And so on to the third one, and this one, again, I went in with the stupid thing, you look familiar, and obviously I'd never seen her before. And then I transitioned to like an extended compliment, which actually I thought like I was going to elaborate on it so it didn't come off like some sort of fake compliment. And it ended up being very awkward because I kept going with it and going with it. And it was very chopped off because my speech was very like awkward, and then there's like pauses in between. But again, this one, same sort of vibe. I started getting into the interview state, started talking about mundane stuff, and it's kind of hard to break that. I guess I'm just not really good at like teasing or playful vibe or anything like that. Like that's not really my personality. And so it was like, if you saw the clip, it was pretty darn boring. Let's be frank. And then I started getting a little too personal and then a little too needy, saying stuff like, maybe I should join the club you're in too. And then I started asking questions about the club. and I clearly wasn't really interested in joining, but there you have it. And so finally after this, you have the set I was talking about before, and this was a set of 3 girls who I approached before all 3 of these audio clips, and this one was probably the most badass. Unfortunately, I forgot to record it, but there was 3 girls. 2 of them were like sort of sorority girls who were all like done up, and they clearly thought they were like the shit. And quite frankly, like, they weren't that good looking, but I wanted to, you know, do something fun. And again, this one was simply something like, I kind of went in knowing like it probably wouldn't work out. But then again, I've seen like actual video clips of, I guess, other guys doing it, and it worked out for them on YouTube. But again, these guys were like either a lot more confident, or, I mean, a lot of those like pickup videos you see on YouTube, a lot of them I feel like are just like, I wouldn't say they're fake, but they might cut out all the rejections. Or, I mean, again, they might just be giving off a much more confident vibe. I mean, there's so many other factors involved. But yeah, I went up to these girls just for fun, and it was pretty badass. I think you guys would have enjoyed it if I included the audio and video. But obviously, I don't know about video, but at least audio I could have done. And so I went up to all these 3 girls. They were talking about to go back to the frat row of houses, and basically I just said something like, "You guys all look cute. Can I get all of your numbers?" That's literally what I said. And the 2 who were like done up sorority girls who seemed like fairly snotty, they started laughing immediately, and then the hottest one just started walking away, and she was laughing and stuff. And then she turned back and she was like something like, "No, I don't know. She might want to do it." And then she pointed to what was clearly seemed to be the freshman of the group, who was unsure about things, not sure what was going on. And she was very confused, and she said, you know, "I have a boyfriend," and she seemed very uneasy. And I just told her, you know, don't worry about it. It's okay. And I walked off from there, and they sort of like split off from there. And that one was mainly done just so that, I mean, for me, it was just a huge step in actually having the courage to do something like that. And I don't know, like, after I said that, when they all started like laughing and then like running around, like, I was still in badass mode. I was like standing there, like, I didn't care how they reacted. I was just so pumped I said it. But that was that, and yeah, I didn't get that recorded. So yeah, I'm gonna leave this video up, and so leave a comment, or if I posted this on a forum, leave your advice or your feedback. That's why I did this video on what you're sensing I could do better. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff, and these weren't the best audio clips, but you know, sometimes you get lazy, sometimes you don't feel like doing it, sometimes it just feels weird. But there you go. There you have it. Maybe I'll do more depending on how this goes. I'll see you guys later, and subscribe.